Okay, so I've already responded to this video. It's by Eisel Mazard called Every Hour Counts, Why I Disable YouTube Comments. So yeah, as I said, I've already responded to it, but I'm going to respond to it again because as one of my subscribers said, was to hell with the algorithm, right? So let's just respond to the exact same video again.
I'm making the world a worse. Periodically, I am the recipient of some breathtakingly self righteous comments from the audience, reproaching me, informing me that I am a coward, that I'm a terrible person, that I'm making the world a worse place because I have comments disabled on most of my YouTube videos most of the time. Let's say, hypothetically, you are a YouTuber. You have.
So like a little bit off topic, right? Um, you can probably tell from my voice that I'm a male, and maybe a bit older than him, but I've had this problem like for no, it's not a problem, but like I grow a beard pretty quickly, like it gets out of hand and shit. Um, when I grow a beard, it's because I've just stopped shaving. But once you start like, say if you look below his chin, he's like cleaned it up below the chin and on the cheeks and stuff, and um, that's when a beard becomes deliberate. And when a beard becomes deliberate, it's a whole different thing. It's a different aesthetic.
Your own YouTube channel and you commute back and forth to work by bus for just 1 hour a day.
So yeah, he's gone straight to buses, and I think it's because he's probably spent a lot of time on buses. Because I'm guessing, this is no judgment or anything, um, but I've never seen him like in a like vlogging in a car or anything like that, or like on a motorbike or whatever. So I'm guessing he doesn't drive. I mean, it could be for environmental reasons. I mean, like maybe getting a bus is better for the environment. Uh, or definitely, even a car's better than a motorbike. But he's talking about buses, I think, because he's probably spent a lot of time on buses. But maybe not going to work.
You're on the bus for 1 hour a day each way. Do you want to spend that 1 hour reading and responding to YouTube comments, deciding which one?
I've been unfortunate like that. I've had to use public transport to go to work. It's mostly been trains, and when it did eventually become buses, it was never like an hour each way because unless the job is fucking amazing and helping you in your career, you don't want to waste 2 hours of your day on a bus. But I fucking hate buses to the point where that's why I drove. That's why, in fact, I drove and then eventually I got a motorbike because a motorbike's easier to park and you get through traffic quicker. Because for me, and I'm not judging anyone that has to go on buses, I get it, but buses are fucking hell, you know?
Ones should be deleted, which ones should be replied to. It may seem like a small sacrifice to ask from a content creator, but it's not. 1 hour a day is a tremendous sacrifice. And
Well, I talked about this like sacrifice of 1 hour a day, which is absolutely bullshit. You do not need to spend an hour a day responding to your comments, even if your videos are getting like, I don't know, fucking 500,000 views, which his aren't. But by maybe responding to comments or just allowing the comment section open, you will have better engagement with the audience. The audience engagement will be better. People will chat about your video in the comments. If you want to reply to them, you don't have to. If you do, they'll chat to you, and they're more likely to come back. And it's like how you build an audience.
even if you're on a bus, that is 1 hour you could be spending reading a book. And if you're not on a bus, I say this, let's keep it all the way real. I know a lot of middle-aged YouTube content creators. If you are sitting on the couch with your phone out, with your laptop out, and your child is there in the living room with you, should you really be spending that 1 hour replying to comments on your YouTube channel?
This is like a completely irrelevant argument, which could be used for anything. It's like, okay, maybe you work in a bank and they've set you some homework to like close, I don't know, do some Excel spreadsheet on an account. Okay, should you be doing this when you're sitting with your kid? Well, no. You wait till the kid goes to bed. Something like that. Like anything can be, any possible example you could imagine could be deemed as wrong spent time in this context. He said it's replying to YouTube comments, but it could be absolutely anything, and it's not relevant to having a YouTube comment section open.
As opposed to spending it with your child. There's more to life than reading books. I get it. But my point is, we tend to squeeze this activity into those little bits of free time on the bus, sitting on the couch. I think I'm just being real with you. I know a lot of YouTubers who read and respond to comments while they're at a restaurant, eating their food. I really want you to stop and reflect on the extent to which the world would be a better place.
Like, this is just the most distracting away from the question kind of bullshit. It's like, I truly believe, and this is no offense to A BAS LE CIEL here, but like, if this is how he approaches every argument or criticism, then no one can ever beat him, because it's like subterfuge, it's like distraction. It's like, it's going over here. Well, what about this? What about if you're with your kid and your kid's crying, but you're answering YouTube comments? I don't know.
If nobody had the comment section open on their YouTube channel, if each and every person on YouTube, each individual, whether they're making millions of dollars on YouTube, hundreds of dollars.
I don't know if I said it, but like, okay, the audio on this is actually pretty good, and it's because on a lot of his videos, it's like his laptop or something, and he's using like the what's it called, a Yeti snowball mic. He's got it maxed out of fuck. It's just like peaking all the time. This is obviously, I think, him holding his telephone. And okay, maybe I've fucked up the audio, but if you go and look at the original, link in the description, the audio is actually, for an A BAS LE CIEL video, pretty good. Maybe he should have used his phone for the audio all these years.
Or making no money at all out of this hobby, out of the.
And also, like, this is definitely a good phone. This isn't like a shitty phone. Like, I've had some flagship phones and some shitty phones, right? In fact, I tend to have a few phones at the same time. Because flagship phones tend not to be that good for daily use, whereas the cameras and mics on them are good. And look at this. Look at he's got the fucking bright window behind him with all the light from the tundra of Canada just beaming in, right? Behind him, slightly to the side, but behind him. This would be absolutely shit footage on a lot of older cameras and most like affordable phones. This camera phone is completely balanced for that. You can see everything very sharply. The white balance is just fucking perfect. He's got a good phone. Not that means anything, but just he's got a fucking good phone here, man.
Unique form of autobiographical broadcasting. I want you to think how much better a person each one of these YouTubers would be individually if they took those few hours. It really does add up. It really can easily be 7 hours a week. It really can be 14 hours a week. It really can be. If they took those few hours.
Yeah, so like, this is another argument that can be used for anything. It can be like, well, if the people that took all the time in their garden, like weeding and making the flowers look nice, if they just spent it doing something better, It's an argument that applies for everything completely, like time well spent or whatever, and it doesn't apply to having your comment section closed because you don't need to sit and reply to lots of comments. And maybe if you had to, maybe you'll spend that other times watching TikTok or something.
And either devoted it to research, to a form of reading, studying that will make them a better person themselves, or to caring for others in a way that
Like just a random assumption there that like reading makes you a better person. I don't know, does it?
enriches everyone's life, enriches their own life and the other person. Whether that's caring for a child or just listening to your girlfriend, paying attention to, loving, listening, caring with your girlfriend when she's sitting across the table from you at the restaurant, instead of having your phone out, instead of having your laptop open.
Good argument for not being engaged on your telephone and being engaged with the people in your life that you love and that you're around, but still absolutely nothing to do with a comment section being disabled.
And dealing with the YouTube comment section. Okay? If you think I'm a coward, what do I think about you? Because every single one of these comments comes from someone who has never dared to have their real face on the internet, their real name on the internet, and their real political views.
But this is still not relevant to closing your, disabling your YouTube comments. And if people want to be anonymous on YouTube, I guess people that are trolling and being cunts on YouTube, they'll be empowered a little bit by their anonymity. But it doesn't mean that everyone who's anonymous on YouTube is a pussy. Like, as I said in the last video, some of us have jobs, you know. We have jobs and employers.
Convictions, their real moral convictions, which, by the way, includes their real mistakes. Everybody's got to be wrong sometimes, including me. I've got my mistakes on the internet. I have my brilliance along with my folly for everyone to judge, forever. Okay? I think it's a...
Just regarding this about like his mistakes and follies and stuff. Now that A BAS LE CIEL's whole channel's been like completely nuked, right? I think it could almost be a good thing for him. It's like this weight of all the videos that he's made, all the opinions he's made, that could be difficult. There's mistakes, as he said, that he's made. They can all be gone now because the channel's gone. And so if Eisel is watching this video, I'd just like to say, like, other than like the kind of silly videos I've made of his, like the kind of funny meme type ones, if he wants me to delete any of my response videos that include his videos, I'll fucking take him offline, because I think maybe it's good for him that YouTube's kind of wiped his existence off the channel, off the platform, and I'll be happy to delete the videos like these ones where I'm reacting to him, also just to help him like unburden from that, you know.
Interesting question in the 21st century. What does it mean to be brave? And what does it mean to be a coward? Nobody has ever written to me calling me a coward because I'm not a member of the Israeli army right now fighting against Hamas. Not one person.
Okay.
Nobody called me a coward because I wasn't in the army fighting in Ukraine. Nobody.
Okay, like, so, like, the last thing he said about, I guess, joining the IDF or whatever. Okay, he's not as old as me, but like he's getting on, and it's going to be a lot of training to join the IDF, and I guess it's because he's Jewish. Maybe he's Israeli citizen. I don't know. But like really, unless you're just doing some kind of very useful, by the way, logistical job, like driving a forklift and taking boxes out of lorries, putting boxes on pallets, digging holes, fucking erecting fences. I mean, driving a truck, things like this. That's going to be useful, but not combat at your age and training, I think.
But he called me a coward because even though I...
And yeah, but I don't think he's Ukrainian, so why would he go to Ukraine? Why, if he's not Ukrainian, why would anybody call him a coward for not going to Ukraine? And what's this got to do with disabling YouTube comments?
volunteered to join the army. I didn't end up, for paperwork reasons, I didn't end up in the army fighting against ISIS. Okay? Life demands courage.
This is a very, what's it called, that Peterson guy? Jordan Peterson thing. Life demands courage. Is there something about Canadians with this, like, style of self-help kind of, like, shit, you know? Let's just go back. This is very Jordan Peterson-esque.
Paperwork reasons, I didn't end up in the army fighting against ISIS. Okay? Life demands courage. When you look...
But that's exactly something I would expect Jordan Peterson to say. But then Jordan Peterson might pause for a bit longer and start crying afterwards. A fellow Canadian. No shit on Canadians, by the way. I know some of you are cool.
Nobody called me a coward because even though I volunteered to join the army, I didn't end up, for paperwork reasons, I didn't end up in the army fighting against ISIS. Okay? Life demands courage. When you look below a YouTube video that comes, this ain't it. This ain't courage.
The YouTube comment section, as far as I'm concerned, is a way for people to react to your video. It's not so much to address you, it can be, but it's to react to the ideas you brought out in the video. And a lot of it's just to talk to other people who watched the video. It's like maybe 20% actually talking to the creator, the uploader. And he's decided to just silence everybody because he thinks it's, as he said in this video, like he needs to reply. It's about what he needs to do. It's not about building a community, which is how you build a YouTube channel if you want to be successful. And it's why he was stuck at 10,000 subs and never got to 100, which he should have. Absolutely, if his channel had open, uncensored comment section, or just like normally censored, he'd have done fucking well on YouTube, absolutely. Instead, he decided to not do that.
This is not what courage means, and refusing to waste your time with it is not cowardice. It just means you have an awareness of the preciousness of each hour and a sense of positive motivation for the better things you have to do.
Okay, that was it. That was like a mic drop moment. It was a good mic drop moment, but none of what he said, in my opinion, really applied to the whole question of why do you have your comment section closed. And I don't think any of the reasons he tried to, the distractions, really addressed the real reason why he had his comment section closed.